understanding of this current patch is fairly universal across the board. And if there's one thing I can guarantee you of, Scriv, is both of these teams love to be aggressive on the CT side. We're going to see an immeasurable amount of kind of frags and jewels taken in those lower tunnels in this match.
Definitely what we want, especially for our opening game. So, long control for one win taken. Nickelback holding safe at car. Got Crad on site doing the spotting. A little bit weird here. Well, they are just very, very quietly. All five, by the way. I think our HUD is not playing ball as per usual. Crad, though, with the spot, of course, around these smokes. Will manage to find the head of the first and the second. Nickelback working with him. Looking good. Travis and Glowing, the only two left now.
Clean stuff. 1-2 punch up there on long. And Travis might have found one, but anything more feels difficult. It's a nice pair of headshots to get that kill, but with only 22 HP. Look at this flank from Forrester as well. He's totally penned in, so yeah, even kills here would be amazing, but Entropiq, great start for them and a great hold on long.
Quietly trying to move his way up here and just hopefully catch a head. They are not giving him anything, of course. Once again, Crad, you know, the spotting player, it would appear in this round. Doing it once again. Oh, Arsene spotted on site. Finds the head. Travis, okay. Could be doable if he gets this one. It's certainly not going to be easy, but 20 seconds left. He has to make a move. Trying to take the fight onto Forrester. Pulls off the reload. Forrester going to go wide and certainly risky for a second, but it will be Entropiq to clean it up.
Decent effort, though, has to be said. That felt a lot closer than it ever should have been. But Entropiq ultimately pick up the round, lack of a bomb plant, and one win are still going to invest. But this is the problem. You've got no plant. There's not a great deal of utility here. So we're really looking at Glowing. An AK drops over. He has to find frags, or they're not getting anywhere near a bomb site.
Hoping someone went for a mad push into lower tunnels. Not going to be the case here, so... Minute and 35, winding the clock down a little. As you said, this AK has to be in the action, and that's certainly how Glowing intends to play it. Flash in, and a peek. Flash is good. Manages to find Mir, so there you go. First step complete. Do they follow up on it, though?
CTs. Thinking about fighting here in towards mid. Nickelback. Playing in front of this smoke, so he gets the information. He can tell his teammates. It's got to be short. I can't see anybody mid. He probably just spotted that player jumping Xbox as well. So Elian, he knows what's coming, but he needs to do serious work from this ramp position.
Can all be over in an instant, especially at this level. The headshots often clean. Only on the scout as well. He will manage to tag up that AK. Pretty important. Finishes off a low HP Flamey. Can't get any more, but still alive and still finding heads, apparently. Needs a bit of assistance now, though. They cannot find him, and he's just bought so much time at this point. Deco going to fall on that little bit of a lurk play. Travis good for one. But no bomb plant, no extra kills. 3 surviving, and now an AK recovered. Lovely stuff for Entropiq.
Good recovery. Felt a little scary for a second after Glowing cracks it open. But Elian, massive defense. Buys time, gets frags as his teammates rotate in. And finally, one winner saying we can't force up again. Just the pistols in this round, and Entropiq in a moment now to breathe.
Again, defaulting towards the tunnels here on this T side, trying to overwhelm the players down below. I think some slight miscomms. Elian's going to get a good chance at a few kills here. Mir comes in with one of his own, all down to Glowing and Lollipop. Forrester, nearly finished, and it would have been a big kill, $600 potentially, but unfortunately doesn't come through. And yeah, third round on the board, now into the proper buy. One win have got themselves an AWP very quickly. Glass cannon, in fact, for Deco.
Elian, one in his hands too. Of course, Dust2 not quite as reliant on those early AWP duels as they used to be, but look at this. Look at this from Entropiq. Elian's posted too fast up in towards the lower tunnels. Flamey's first to face, and he goes down. Lollipop tempting the trade. He to himself is traded, so advantage Entropiq and a lot of map control here.
Yeah, big damage onto Deco as well. You know, utility out, which they have very little of, etc. It's a really great move, and they've been kind of baiting it, haven't they? They've been slow and hanging around lower tunnels, maybe going to go for it, maybe not, and that's what one win in the earlier rounds were banking on, and then maybe now that they've got an idea that actually they're not going to rush into us, they do. So really solid kind of mind games from Entropiq here. Forrester going to get smoked so he can hold on to that position. Elian finding Travis, and that should be the round. Deco, yeah, maybe one, maybe two, but surely no chance at the round here.
Maybe even saves if they don't overface on towards pit. What can he do from this position? Even finding frags doesn't feel very likely. Deco, a phenomenal player, but this is by a long shot too much to ask, and I'm quite surprised, Griff, really, is even considering going for this. Maybe he's scared of just dying after time. Finally, he's going to get a chance. Elian does full, so that's good damage. And now they know where he is, and nobody should be overfacing.
Yeah, you would assume so, he says, Mr. Hender, and now it's the cross. So he does some decent damage there, in fairness. He will recover the AWP back. But yeah, that's, you know, a silver lining, I suppose, to that round. But one win struggling early here to really make a mark.
All tumbled from those opening duels. Elian looking good so far. And one win, lack of a plant. Most they can muster is the half buy. Pistol armor, some flashes take long. And given there's nobody in defense in this area, it's a bit of map control. And now Entropiq are all the wiser and they can set up for it.
A lot more respect in this round. Quick boost onto sight there from Forrester. They are expecting a long play, but they also have it well contained to gather information in at mid. Not an overface from Nickelback. Good sense of the timing here. Flash comes in from himself, and it doesn't really work out, does it? He's going to go down. He's going to give them an M4. He's done very little damage. There's a trade-off of information, I suppose. Smoking a molly to keep them at bay. Flamey ends up burning there. You know, no real excuse for that. Unfortunately, it's Mir who's doing the work from the backside with the AK and the nades. Beautiful stuff to just clean up the round, end it there and then. Looked kind of scary for a second, didn't it? But Entropiq, flawless so far.
Yeah, and I hate to think how much nade damage there was in that round. Certainly over a few hundred, and one win getting absolutely hammered with those. Guns, though, back in play. Deco does have the AWP. Really lacking utility. Entropiq, look at this. They made the read. Or to help hold long. As one win try to take this. Flamey. Trade goes askew. 1-for-1 trade, but the CT still have so many numbers here. This is going to be held on to.
Just seeing what the decision making is for one win, really. And I think they are on their T side of Dust2, which, you know, we got the new M4, but, like, it has certainly swung more in the CT side, and I think it's still kind of there, at least for now, right? These A1S changes are nice. I think, for me personally, and this will probably keep coming up, for me personally, I think it's gone from being kind of ridiculous to just strong. And as you can see, they are testing the water here with a few A4s. But I think the A1S is still pretty good. Nice find from Deco. On the edge of the smoke there. Dropping Mir. 4-on-3. Low HP Forrester. That was also the B player. So they're really hoping that they don't, you know, go prying in towards B. It is very vulnerable. But actually mid is also very vulnerable. Not a single fight won there from Entropiq. One win kind of working their way through their own Molotov. Elian, I would imagine, just going to save.
Difficult with Dust2 when you're playing a man deficit. There's no real way to get those numbers over. And as soon as, I believe it was Mir goes down, it's obvious the B bomb site is weak. They bide their time and the frags come to the T's in mid. So, clean round from one win, looking improved. But they got a few buys here to face before they're breaking this Entropiq money.
Yeah, where do you sit on the A1S changes? I mean, it's obviously very early, but yeah, I feel like it brings the A1S more towards the center, as it were, and maybe makes the A4 slightly viable for your anchor players or whatever, but I still think the A1S is going to be quite strong.
I genuinely believe it's not going to make much difference. I think at the elite professional level, you're not going to go through all those bullets. Any scenario where you're getting down to the lower end of the clip is, you know, you've missed a few shots or something strange has gone on or the trading isn't good from the T side. So maybe there's a few very select spots where people will take the A4, but I just don't see compelling arguments right now. So maybe I'll change my mind, but I still think the A1S is the stronger gun.
Yeah, and of course, the thing is, the top level, they're going to use those small tweaks to their utmost extreme. So we'll see. There might be a team that kind of cracks it and figures it out. But other than being a bit wary of spamming through smokes, there's not all that much that has indeed changed. Forrester's along the right lines here on the edge of this smoke. They are going to come through it. He's good for one. He's blind as a bat. He's in the smoke. His teammate's helping him out. I think Forrester might just have found another through all this as well. What has gone on here? Deco's just gone on the head of me. And then a ridiculous flick from Elian. What is that round?
Well, that was interesting. I think Forrester looked like he was looking into the ground.
Yeah.
Try and dodge flashes. So if you look a little bit down as you're looking at the smoke, you stand a much better chance of not getting wided up by those entry flashes. So Forrester did work. In terms of the head boost there, not intentional, but we enjoyed it all the same.
Yeah, I think he thought he'd maybe landed, you know, he was obviously trying to get up to the little boost spot. I think he thought he'd landed on the side of... Because they were very close, but still, that's kind of hilarious. Mental. Absolutely mental, as it often can be on the B-bomb site of Dust2. Here on the other side of the smoke, as it goes down, going to get found by Flamey. Perfect timing, and great patience does pay off. A big frag in a round like this, where they're on, you know, the broken buy. Travis going to get another. Round's looking pretty good here. Both sites very vulnerable indeed. Still presence being shown on B. What do we do? Nickelback, flash in. Needs to find one. Can't, and he's lost his teammate, as well as his own life. Round over, you would say. They've got an idea that Elian's out towards A, especially now that he gets a kill, and, well, there it is. The train going to go towards B, and they will secure the round.
Elian's got good money. Forrester can buy up again. Maybe Nickelback, but Crad and Mir, worse for wear. This is looking better for one win. Starting to really limit this economy. Flamey some nice frags early on here. Lollipop, up close and personal. Elian's still hitting shots, but these are only consolation frags, aren't they? His scoreline's good, but all he can do now is hope to hold on to this AWP.
He's trying. Oh, the drop in from long might just have screwed him there. Boost up, and they will take him down. Pretty important one, to be honest, right? Because I feel like if he survives, the buy is definitely on the cards. But because he hasn't, they're going to go for it, but it's really not going to be good. So it makes a big difference there, folks.
Indeed it does. Buy does indeed come in. Utility is lacking for the CT side, but they're still going to fight for long. Flash comes over. Travis doesn't send it out, as it looked like he would. He's going to take it slow, and Entropiq default stance at the moment, but look at this script. They've got barely any nades left, and there's 1 minute 35 remaining.
Not good. Not good at all. So, weapons up, weapons hot. Need to be pretty effective with these. Nickelback going to just creep around the Molotov. He has been touched by it. I'm not sure whether they clocked it or not. Flamey, you know, is getting spammed down. They've got their own issues to deal with right here. Yeah, they don't realise that he's so close up. A tag onto Lollipop as well there from the AWP. Really good damage so far, and I think Flamey's going to fall here. He will indeed. So that is a big frag.
Hit. That's Crad. Yeah, it's isolated, and I'm surprised he even got one frag in that position. That's nice. Important thing is, though, that Nickelback holds on to short. They can't allow themselves to get pinched. Elian still being a menace behind this car, and it looks for the moment like Entropiq are stabilizing here on the CT side.
Really big round to be winning as well, right? It was the break the bank round. One win will be annoyed if this goes south, which, you know, it looks very, very likely, and maybe even a move to save. You know, Lollipop is miles away from the action, 20 seconds. He's not getting anywhere. Up. Recovered for Travis, so it will indeed be that save for the T side, which is never a good look, is it? So, yeah, Entropiq kind of flying. They dropped a couple, and they switched it up here with some aggression, and it works. It works magically.
Travis, AWP in hand. Sit back, carry that one through, and considering this is the map pick here of 1-win, this is getting into scary territory. These two players saving have no cash, so they'll have to force behind this, and Entropiq, let's give them credit, Scriv. They've played so much Counter-Strike already today, and they come in here hot. They look great on Dust2, and this is the perfect start for them.
It's hard, man. It's hard. It's a relatively big team for them to be playing as well. Long series. Very, very intense best of 3. And to just come into this, you know, on what, half hour's break, maybe? Really commendable stuff. Just have to see whether it keeps up. And that's the big question. Can it go from, what, we're at about 70 down to 0? Is that possible? We'll see. Elian going to open up.
Been a long time since I've seen that boost net frag. Maybe 1-win. The default's having a few issues at the moment. And in a round like this, to already be down a man to the lesser. Have a bit of map control here towards short, but nothing in mid just yet. This is scary stuff, and I feel like the pressure on Deco is starting to wind up. He needs to find entry frags. He needs to get more aggressive because the riflers aren't getting good fights right now.
No, sir. Nickelback gets another. Might go down here. He does indeed. Nice find from Lollipop, but he needs more than that. Out middle. Elian gets caught. There, or in the open now, and they play him like a fiddle. Still another player on B. Still another player on A. So, do need to be careful with how they approach this one, but at the very least, if the trades are good, the round will be theirs. Crad hiding away, flash comes in. It's a bit of an off angle, and he just doesn't time it right, unfortunately. Lollipop going to catch him. Forrester. What do you do? Probably save. I don't know that there's really a buy on the cards for the next round, but this one just feels like there's no point.
For sure. Good news is for 1-win, they've limited this economy so much with these close rounds, so they have broken it here. Should be on extremely low loss bonus, probably minimum coming up for Entropiq, and they're going to have a tough buy decision in the next. You can save and buy in the following, but that's not going to be a great purchase either, or just force up knowing your loss bonus. So pick your poison sort of scenario. Forrester seems to be finding some success as this round goes out the doors. 1-win up to 3, and now with some economic control, plenty of chances for more.
Certainly feels that way. And they will have to convert. Last time, couldn't really convert. We're going to see another buy coming from Entropiq. They are feeling confident. That's for sure. UMP out for Nickelback. 3 smokes, a flash. There is a kit. Forrester holds on to his money. I don't know about you, but I feel like that's kind of interesting. We'll see what the move is here. Down through lower tunnels, and they net themselves a kill. 5-on-4 straight out the gate.
I told you so. I told you so. Lots of low aggression. And why not? You got a low buy, you got rifles, but few nades. You got to force the duels. There's no point playing a slow, standard sort of round where you kind of jostle for map control and information. That was never going to work. So they seed long here. And well, Stecco's in pit. Forrester's still in an extremely important position. If he dies here, these A players get pinched immediately.
He's going to peek into them. Spots. Sticking around, trying to get the timing, and he does for the peek. Crad on the trade as well. So, still that advantage. Information coming in, and look at Nickelback. He is so fast up here from short. Glowing is incredibly low and alone. Nickelback is very sad. He's just been KS there, but all the same, Deco in 1 versus 3 territory. Bomb down. I mean, the AWP is a big, big help. Spots the barrel. Elian knows it. Messing around, distracting him maybe. Tag comes in and the follow-up from Elian is there. 8th round for Entropiq. And once again, they will survive the bank break at this point. Seems like we have a bit of a pause here, unfortunately, folks. Technical in nature, so hopefully not going to be waiting too long on it. But yeah, Entropiq looking really good.
I'm tilted for Deco with that sequence at the end of the barrel. Nothing you can do. And hopefully it doesn't get in his head. So, as we said, bit of a technical pause. I'm reflecting on this game so far. It's been closer than the scoreline suggests. A lot of these rounds have been down to the wire or kind of bizarre scenarios where we're trading rounds up. We're not having clean success against lower economies. So it's been a little bit all over the place. But nonetheless, Entropiq, round-wise, are streaking ahead, and we're still in very dangerous territory on one wins map pick here.
Sad to have a pause like this. Take some of the pacing out of it, of course. It was heating up a bit. 1 win. Trying to go tit for tat, but Entropiq, just really looking unstoppable at the moment on this CT side. Kind of, as we talked about, a bit what we expected. Lots of scraps, as you mentioned, but also those individuals for Entropiq certainly looking warm, thanks to their previous best of 3, and also the level of play that they're able to pull out can never, ever be underestimated. But these types of pauses, wind and sails and all that, can be a bit annoying, I think, when you're in the groove.
I have to say, from what I've seen of Entropiq so far, they look like they've played a lot of Counter-Strike today. It looks a little bit sloppy when we know they can play a clean, coordinated CS. I expect 1 win it's just in vogue for them to be a little bit more loose, a little bit more individually aggressive. But Entropiq, I think the weight of this series earlier is on them. It might not be showing in the scoreline right now, but I think it is still a factor.
Yeah. Yeah, and we'll definitely see how it pans out, right? We've seen it many times when you've only played, this is your only best of 3 of the day. You win your own map pick in a nice fashion. You get a bit overconfident as the favourite for the series. And a map like Ancient moves so fast. You're starting on the T side as well. So, of course, no writing off just yet. Hopefully getting the match medic in just a sec. Seems we had a player on 1 win. Wait, no. The HUD is very confused. The HUD is so confused. Oh.
It's only 1 win.
Uh-oh. Where have they gone? And now, folks, for my next trick.
It could be they're on boot camp.
Yes.
And a simultaneous catastrophic failure. It does happen, guys. It's unfortunate. I felt like we're just getting in a swing. So we're just hearing from production that, unfortunately, the tech pause is set to go on a little bit longer. So we're going to take a quick break, but stay tuned. We'll be back soon for more Challenger action.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you once again for your patience with this. Obviously, Entropiq having a bit of an issue getting things sorted on site. But we are, of course, back into things here. I do believe that score will update as well after the round has figured itself out here. It wouldn't be echoing on the final round of the half, folks, so yeah, don't worry about it. We've not lost any rounds here. Quick rush in towards middle, Alan. Deco going to find the trade, and they will dip out of dodge.
Still only Forrester on B. Elian smokes mid to at least start a bit of presence, a bit of a rotation. And it's a huge question here. If one win make any sort of read and get over towards B soon, it's just Forrester all alone. They look prime though to come out of Catwalk, and Elliot has just been a monster this game. Why would you want to go into this man again? He's having a field day over towards ramp.
Yeah, no flashes as well. Trying to boost over it and hopefully find a head, maybe a wider position for Elian, but no, he's playing it safe, and I think he's very wary of that fact. 50 seconds. Making the move. Gonna give it a go. Ooh, tag lands. That could certainly buy some time. Headshot as well. Through something.
Okay.
Elian with the wallbang, though. He knows his business here. Can he get them all? Oh, looked away for a second, and it's Crowd who eats the bullet. Deco with a nice little 2k. The nade will take him down. I suppose we do have some decent damage there for one win, but a nice highlight moment on that wallbang for the man himself, Elian.
He knows what he's doing. Does a great job of positioning through those angles. And one win, as a reminder, map pick here on Dust2. Entropiq chose to start CT. And they've looked great so far in one win. What's the minimum here, Scrib? 5? Surely 6 has to be the goal, and they're running out of chances. That is obvious enough. Long control on the cards. But Entropiq, they're repositioning thick and fast.
Lose this round and 5 even becomes a challenge, to be honest. They don't have money built up. Loss bonus somewhat on their side, but it requires bomb plants, which is something that they have struggled to get. So yeah, this is looking frightening. Big tag onto Elian. Sure, Deco would have liked the kill, but beggars at this point certainly cannot be choosers.
Brad is really playing with fire here. Look at this. Got a bit of a smoke down. Looks like they need to elevate or boost another player up. Forrester similarly laying bullets down range. If just one of these T players peaks, this could be a disaster. They're so close. Smoke starting to land, glowing peaks. Forrester wins that first duel. Flamey behind the car. So many shots being laid down range through those smokes, and only a few seconds remaining here. Look at the bomb script. They have to recover that. Lollipop gets it, but this is still a really tough situation.
3 on 3, boost up, can't find anything. They're not over-committing just yet. Plenty of time. No need. Amy going to go for another look. Lollipop as well going to join him. Crad and Mir both just hiding away. And there's Crad to find Flamey. The patience pays off. Deco on the AWP, in from long, a bit late. Could get a catch, does get one. Mir has to be careful now. Great little shoulder peek for Deco, and you can see Mir is panicking. However, they will both chime in there. Nickelback using the distraction to good use. Again, it's close, and they do get the bomb plant here. Talked about that maybe being a struggle in previous rounds and whatnot, so should be able to put together a buy if they so wish on the one-win side, but still, it is 10 secured for Entropiq, looking brilliant.
One win again, and these after plants. That was 3 on 3. They had a bit of time to think about their positioning. It doesn't work out. They get isolated. They get forced to take one-on-one duels, and they can't win out. Bomb plant will enable a buy here. Couple Galils in the mix. Scout in play, and they've switched up the pacing here. Oh, they're trying to accelerate behind the nade, but Elian, he knows all the tricks in the book and gains his team an amazing entry.
Super dynamic on this AWP so far this game as well. Really makes him hard to pin down, to figure out. Very, very slow on the upswing from one win. Not too much to add into the round as yet, it would seem. More tags landing. Yeah, they're really worse for wear here. I mean, Crad is a little unhealthy, but other than that, Entropiq are firmly in control of round number 14.
Entropiq. Pretty heavy long here. You see now they're boosting on this mid B box. Just Forrester left on the B side of the map, so they're committed here. Long is on lockdown. Short should be held well too, but if this comes to a B split, Mir has to do work from the boost, or this could be still troublesome despite the man advantage.
Oh, Molly comes in. It is going to burn him, of course. He's good for one, which is fair, honestly. Forrester chimes in. Got to deal with him in on the B-bomb site. There's the smoke spam still present, even though there are 5 less bullets, folks. So, indeed, Forrester holding down. Playing for time. And actually going to find himself one as well. Lollipop now left in the 1 versus 4. Bomb goes down. Brings it down to 3. And they know exactly where he's at. Trying to creep up. Nickelback will spam him away, though. Lovely stuff. 11th in. And now it really is a game of survival for one win.
Troublesome half. Really troublesome half. There were times where one win were millimeters from breaking the CT economy. It felt like they were going to get it done. But time and time again, these late round scenarios have let them down. Kind of across the board, giving up entries, stalling out too much, and then the afterplants look flustered. One win. Look, they're a bit out of shape today. It might be a double elimination format, but here in the playoffs, you can't afford to miss a beat. You don't know where your opportunity is going to lie.
Indeed, very true. Mir wins the fight against Travis. Spray is not there for the T-side player. Another early pickup for Entropiq. They are trying to move their way out long here. But even that proves to be a challenge. And I mean, Entropiq are just giving them, you know, the full sense of security, giving them that space. Nickelback wins 2 from Car. And now just Deco and Lollipop. It goes from bad to worse, apparently, Alan.
Yeah, the fashion of this round as well. So much confidence from Entropiq. Seeking out the jewels. They know they're going to win them. And one win. 2 on 4. They'd so desperately like to claim this 4th round. Give themselves a slightly better opportunity. Tiny bit more breathing room, but it's not going to happen. It's just Deco left remaining as this series is set to start with disaster on the T side.
Oh, a rare missed shot out from Elian, but actually no, it was Forrester, wasn't it, that we were watching there? And he dropped it away. Either way, super clean, 12-3 on the half, right? Easy, easy stuff it looks like for Entropiq. As you mentioned, couldn't really get the ball rolling, the car started, however you want to cliche it out. Sporadic rounds on their T side of things, so really, really difficult for one win at this point, I think. And indeed, for me, Entropiq now should be able to steal it away pretty quickly.
It's also the fashion of it, and certainly earlier on in the half, it felt like one win on at their times. They're getting their entry kills. It was fine mid-rounding, but this half has gone deeper and deeper. I don't know. It doesn't feel like the strategy's there, the calling is there. The defaults might be, you know, having issues. Maybe the communication isn't already fluid right now. So one win across the board. They can't continue playing like this, or this is going to be an extremely short series to kick off players here in the Challenge League.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, not really what we wanted. Like I said at the top of the show, it felt like maybe we were in for a bit of luck, and especially with Entropiq having played a game, still time for that fatigue to set in, you know, that overconfidence as well, especially if they can win this one cleanly. So, yeah, really, really difficult stuff, I think, to work with on both ends of the equation. Have to balance it here for Entropiq and not let a quick series and, you know, Ancient and then Vertigo. Those are 2 very quick, very difficult to deal with maps if you're not careful. So I think that they have to keep their eyes on the prize, but at the same time, one win, just the fashion of Counter-Strike is not good enough. This individual-based style, sure, they're still looking to, you know, fill a gap and whatnot, but all the same, it just doesn't look coordinated enough. It doesn't look on it enough. Stats are a little bit skewed here, but we do, as you can see just by what's there, have a few players that are struggling for one win. You don't like to point a finger, but when it's the style that you go with, you have to be making it work. Entropiq. Out long for the pistol. Jump boosting to see if there's anyone hidden behind car. No will be the answer. Not too dissimilar of a setup, however, this time around, Deco gets himself demolished. And he will be finished, in fact, before they even lay the smokes down, Alan. So you can see Entropiq, the confidence is there. The shots are landing with these Glocks. Great flash over the top from Flamey. It has to do so much, though, and it's just not happening. Flamey and Lollipop, now just Lollipop. And it goes without saying, guys, needed that pistol.
Prerequisite, really, wasn't it, for a comeback? Crad, great frags. Deco down immediately, and that was the difference between this pistol round and the one we saw earlier on. No resistance to those T's covering ground. The flash was good, but it's just so hard to take those fights as one win. 3-13, set to be the scoreline. What on earth do you do here, Scriv? Do you force and try and break them back early? Do you eco and at least play a gun round? There's no good situation and total pick your poison scenario following now from for one win.
With Lollipop surviving, maybe you do go for a force, I guess. He can get FAMAS. It's certainly a bigger threat than you usually have in a round like this. They will indeed move for the force. Actually going to get himself an MP9. And a small smidgen of utility. Still, it's just absolutely dire, right? No way that you paint this looks good for one win. They really have to defy the odds. And, you know, it's why we love the game, because it definitely is possible. But even then, at this kind of level, you would maybe expect a degree of inevitability. A finish for Entropiq should come quick.
You can see, though, Entropiq, they're expecting aggression. Really slow default. They use that hinge smoke thrown from T-spawn. Good trading as well. One win players trying to take these duels. It just feels like a matter of time. There's so many Terrace players chasing them down. Flamey and Travis fall. They needed this round, Scriv. They needed it. They had to break the economy early, and it's not looking good at all. Entropiq are flying their way to a 1-0 start in the series.
Lollipop gets a kill, recovers an AK. As an isolated moment. It's cool, but of course for the game they need the bloody rounds, and they just are not getting them. So now what? Right, you force buy yourself into oblivion, or you eco for at least one gun round, and well, it shall be the latter. A few upgraded pistols, couple nades to maybe get something going down middle, perhaps. It's actually going to be out towards long, but all the same, really, really difficult stuff here. Forrester will go down. Scoop up the AK. Scoop it up. Oh, Nickelback is going to nick it away. That's annoying, isn't it? Very annoying indeed. So, yeah, one win just cannot catch a break right now, it feels.
Mir, flying around this hinge smoke. Travis decides I'm going to push in. Take these long doors off the tees, so beginning to get a little constricted, but overzealous is Travis. He's going to fall. Numbers even up, and Elian actually 1-on-2. He's going to go down. That's a Galil given over, so maybe, just maybe, there's a chance here, and they have to win. It might be an eco, but they have to win this round to turn this map back into their favor.
Well, Crad might just have shut it down. He finds Lollipop. He, I think, heard another as well out towards B there. Flamey, at the very least, trying to gather some information. The power of mid-rounding is looking pretty good for the T side. Nade should finish Deco. It doesn't. It goes too deep, and he actually wins the fight. Okay. This round's gotten kind of wacky. Bomb's going up short. Flamey's got himself a Galil. In an elevator. Has to find it. And he does. Nickelback doesn't even hit him once. Oh god, low HP for Crad, and he will fall. So, there is perhaps some of that fatigue coming in. Some dodgy sprays across the board from Entropiq will mean one win. Stay alive. For now.
Bizarre round. And with Entropiq yet to build up any loss bonus, particularly, they're just going to force up 3 AKs by the look of it. Deagle on Crad. Elian, he's a master of the scouts, so I'm not too worried on that front. Long way to go for one win. A heck of a long way to go. But if they can break the money here, at least that scoreline starts to look a little easier on the eyes.
Yeah, I mean, silver linings, isn't it? We talk a bit about momentum from map to map. It can have a factor, so yeah. Starting on that CT side as well, it would be great if they could just convince themselves that they can indeed hit their shots. Mid left completely bare. Certainly not super foreign in the current meta of Dust2. But you have to be careful with the amount of respect that you give across, especially to a team like Entropiq that can twist and turn those little advantages.
Mir as well. He's already out mid, so he's calling. I'm not seeing anything. I haven't heard anything at all. And it looks like they're going to start faking a B split. That would be amazing to pull these long players, but they need to do a bit of attention. If Mir hasn't seen anything in mid, it doesn't take rocket science to work out where these CTs could be, but they're going straight into the trap. Orisa still finds the kill. How on earth have Entropiq won that? They should have been dead to rights, but they still found the frags.
Nasty contact flash as well. Mir, meanwhile, in towards middle on the lurk. Does miss out on the frag, but gathered some of that info. Do they need to commit here? Who knows? Crad is the next one to catch him on the lurk. That's kind of annoying. You think you deal with one, and you've not quite got it. Deco with a double spray down, however, has opened the round up. Only the one player remaining, though, in the form of Flamey. Clean spray down from him in the previous round from this position. He goes through in towards long and brings it down to a one-on-one. Crad, though, charging in, knows he's low, will finish him off, and the 15th is brutally worked for, but gained by Entropiq.
Scary stuff. Scary stuff. One win. 11 in a row required just to reach overtime. The CT half has looked a little bit dismal so far, and they've said rather than dropping rifles, we need to get the AWPs in play. Deco and Flamey are wielding the big greens. Bit of a mid-peak from both at the start, but they're not seeing any T players. But look at this mid-push. This is aggressive. Deco finds one. The Eagle swings wide. He gets traded, and Deco says, I need to get out of here. This is absolute carnage in mid.
Flamey's still around. I think they vaguely know it. Nade comes in, and actually, I think he sort of jumped into it there, so it does pretty much the maximum damage onto him. So again, from bad to worse for one win, you do have to feel for them in a sense. Some of these rounds just can't catch a break. Really cannot. What now is the next question. Entropiq have got so much time to play with the manpower. Pre-fire for Mir, but he can't find the kill. At the very least, more short control. Elian with the scout does take down the AWP of Flamey. More damage onto Travis, more control being gained by Mir. 4-on-2 should be over here, especially with that frag. Lollipop tagged for picking up the AWP. Elian going to keep trying to find him, and does a nice finish in from Elian.